Hey there, Tar Heel fans. Matt Krause with you to celebrate a very special homecoming today, as 2001 Carolina alum Erin Neppel is coming back to Chapel Hill to take over the Carolina rowing program. Coach Neppel was a three-time All-ACC selection as a rower at Carolina, also was named the Scholar Athlete of the Year. She graduated in 2001 with a 3.88 GPA. As a coach, she spent the last 4 years at the University of Virginia, helping the Cavaliers to an ACC championship in each of those 4 years. Prior to Charlottesville, she spent time at Canisius as both the interim head coach and as an assistant coach for the Golden Griffins, and also has assistant coaching experience at UCF. Coach, congratulations. Welcome back. What are the emotions of taking over your alma mater as the head coach?
Yeah, well, thank you so much. It's completely indescribable. It's the most exciting opportunity that I've ever taken on in my life. It's really just coming back in a rush, like all the reasons why I got into rowing, all the reasons why I love Chapel Hill. I mean, I spent the best 4 years of my life there, and I found rowing at UNC, and it changed me forever. So, I mean, I don't even think it's properly hit me yet, but I'm just so excited to get this thing going. It's pretty indescribable.
What excites you about the Carolina rowing program right now?
I met with the team quickly last night, and just like the looks on their faces when we were talking about what we wanted to do and how excited we were to get going. I mean, it just like they're ready, and I think you've just got this team of kids that are excited about what they're doing, and they want to do more, and they're just ready. And like as a coach, to me, with that much potential and opportunity, it's exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm really excited to get started.
A couple of words you said there: potential and opportunity. What's your vision for the future of Carolina rowing?
Man, I mean, I see Carolina rowing in the future being a team that can really help elevate the ACC nationally. And, when we're all getting faster and we're all going faster, it helps everyone. We see each other a lot. We know the other teams in the ACC pretty well. So I see going forward us being competitive not only in the ACC, but ultimately what we want is to be competitive at the national level. And that's gonna start right now.
If there's anyone that knows being competitive in the ACC and elevating the conference, it's you. You spent 4 years as an assistant at UVA and won the ACC title in all 4 of those years. How will that intimate familiarity with the conference help you as you take over as a head coach here at Carolina?
Mm-hmm. Well, and one correction is with the 2020 thing happened, we didn't actually end up getting to compete last year. But in general, yeah, I mean, it's been 4 years of just really learning a fantastic system and a fantastic coaching philosophy, and kind of seeing a change in the young women that come in the door over 4 years, and kind of like what works, getting people motivated. And we have seen the other teams in the ACC also getting faster. We see these guys a lot. We've seen Duke quite a bit. I got to see Louisville quite a lot. We saw Carolina, and every year it was just really interesting to see each program developing and finding new speed. And I just think it's nice seeing the same people over and over again. You kind of just start seeing what everyone's doing and what's working, and the fact that everyone's always changing and elevating their game is really fun and really exciting, and I just want Carolina to be a part of that.
This is the first permanent head coaching role in your career, but you were the interim head coach at Canisius for a year. What did you learn from that experience that's going to help you now with this opportunity?
Oh, yeah. So the Canisius opportunity was the first and probably the most major time that I was put into a situation that I really was almost unprepared for, but I knew that it had to be done and that I could do it. And it was actually pretty empowering to get through that, even for things like driving a trailer. Like Joel, who was the head coach there and ended up going on to be the rigger at Yale, he did everything. He's an extraordinary rigger. So he was taking care of the equipment. He was driving the trailers, those kind of things. And I remember telling him that I would never do that. And literally 2 months after taking over in the middle of the winter, I had to drive the trailer loaded with literally everything we owned into the mountains of North Carolina for spring training. So there were a ton of opportunities like that where I was put in a position where I was the guy and it was going to get done and I was just going to figure it out. And I think the first couple times I did that, it just became a lot less concerning that I would be able to do something that needed to get done. And I think little experiences like that, where I was just put in a position where I had to do it, really set me up well for what I'm doing now. Because again, like you said, this is my first permanent head coaching position and it's getting real. And the job at Canisius just told me that when I was ready, I could do it.
It's your first permanent head coaching position, but at a very familiar place. And your time at Carolina truly exemplified the term student athlete. 3 All-ACC selections, 2 NCAA Central Region All-First Team selections, but you were also a Scholar Athlete of the Year from the CRCA and graduated with a 388 GPA. What is it about Carolina that enables student athletes to have success both in the classroom and on the water?
You know, when I applied to Carolina, obviously I wasn't a rower yet, but I was a really serious student. And I just found that when the athlete part of my life was introduced to my collegiate experience, we were surrounded by support. It was an expectation that you were going to do well in the classroom as well as on the practice field or on the water. And that was kind of a non-negotiable. It was just part of what I felt was in a cultural undercurrent just everywhere I went on campus. So I always felt like that wasn't even a conversation. You know, the coaching staff was concerned about it. I thought that my professors were exciting and engaging, and it just, yeah, never for a moment did I feel torn in 2 directions. I really felt fully supported on both sides. And I think I can only imagine, I obviously hadn't talked to everybody on the team yet to kind of hear about their experiences, but I have a feeling based on what I do know that it's probably very similar there now.
Now you're coming back home. What are you most excited about to be back in Chapel Hill and live in this community again?
Exactly that, to be back in Chapel Hill and to be living in the community again. I mean, it's just an electric place. You know, it's an electric place to go to college. It's an electric place to live. The athletic scene is exciting. It's invigorating. There's so much support in the town for the college and for the young men and women that are doing sports at UNC. So to me, it's the entire vibe of the place. You know, it's just, I'm just looking forward to being back there. And it's just, again, best 4 years of my life. I just, when I stepped on campus last week, it just all came rushing back at me. And yeah, just the whole thing. I'm just really excited to get back.
2001 Carolina graduate Erin Neppel, the new head coach of the Carolina rowing program. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for joining us today, and we can't wait to see the success you achieve with Carolina rowing.
Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it.